welcome to the One Conditional Club. Love, Jan here, Charmaine. Okay, we are doing this podcast. We call it the Rich Think MMX. It deals with easy money. It deals with easy money because anybody can have easy money.
It's true.
You know, look, we use the laws of attraction. We become what we think about, and we are using Steve Seabol's How Rich People Think to learn the difference between masses, how masses think about money, and how truly rich people think about money. And as we go there's 100 chapters in this book. We discuss every chapter, 2 chapters a week, and after 50 weeks, we'll gonna do our balance sheet again, which we did in the beginning, and we'll see how much it helps when you really think about money a lot. Most of the time, be nice, a lot. That way we can apply all these laws. Why I say easy money is you can have easy money. Let's use the 5 laws of money. Number one is pay yourself first. Keep 10% of everything you earn for the rest of your life, and you always have money. That's why it's easy. Easy money. Pay yourself first. Anyway, so we have a chapter 21. We're gonna discuss 21, 22 today. What's the name of the chapter, Charmaine?
Middle class believes rich people are ruthless. World class believes rich people are generous. That's chapter 21.
Wow. So anything stand out for you from this chapter?
Yes, what stands out to me in this chapter is it's talking about what world class, middle class people thinks about rich people and what world class people believes about themselves. World class people believe in giving, like contributing to charities, um, sponsorship, giving back what they have acquired. Middle class people thinks that rich people are doing it for to throw off taxes. But the truth and the fact reading this chapter, it enlightens you that rich people pay more taxes than what they ought to pay, in spite of giving back. So it's a pretty interesting chapter.
Well, again, it goes as we discuss every chapter. It feels like it's a continuous repetition
Hmm.
of you know of the masses, how masses have limiting beliefs and limited thoughts about money, correct? Because it makes sense when you are truly rich people, truly rich, and you have uh, money to give away or money to use for good, then it's it's like you do it because of it's good. It's like you want to do it.
Yeah.
You that's how it works. The in the world, while the masses think, oh, they have a lot of money, so they must be ruthless. How did they get all the money? Well, again, repetition, learning, and uses the changing and beliefs and believing that learning new knowledge and that there's unlimited abundance of resources for everyone.
Yeah.
So, all right, awesome. What about some uh, critical thinking question?
Do you believe most rich people are generous? Is it that belief helping you or holding you back from becoming richer?
Oh, what do you think?
No, we all should be generous
Of
regardless
course, of course.
of if we are rich or not.
I gotta say, I remember ever since I started on this journey to the richness, I first first they say, well, you gotta give 10% away,
Mhm.
and then you gotta pay yourself first. Whichever people believe in, you want give 10% away, or you pay yourself first away. At the end of the road, uh, it's like it's personal preference. Okay, what I start doing is, ever since I learned to give every day, to give away first 10%. So I start giving everything I spend. I put 10% aside, so I could give it away. Every time I
Okay.
paid bills, every time I paid um, something, I can always afford 10% to give away. You know, in case I'm ready, in case I'm able to buy this or purchase this, then I can take 10% and give it away. So that's how I started to separating it, and it grew to bigger goals to give away more and more until it's beautiful to support uh, different organizations with financial status just besides time and volunteering, so to speak. Uh, it says read a action step. Read a biography about self-made rich person you admire. I did read about Warren Buffett, and uh, I love his story, and he's one of those guys that buys and holds. You know, he makes investments, and he's been growing probably about 20% a year, 20% a year for probably over 50, 60 years. I don't know when he started a long time ago, and I always tell people, everybody would love to have his money. That'd be great. The thing is, would you love his life? He truly does what he loves to do. Okay, what he loves to do is he loves to learn about different companies. He loves to learn about business, and then he buys the business, and then he makes the business profitable, and then he either keeps the business or make the business grow, or sell the business, or do some kind of transaction. So what he was known for, or is known for, that he used to sleep like 4 hours a day, and what he's also known for, that his own kids said they hardly see him, even though he was in the house all the time, because he was locked in his office reading and learning about the business. He was doing what he loved to do. Apparently, he loved his business more or differently. His priority was different than with his family, because when your family tells this about you, that you have, like I would say, oh, I haven't seen my dad because he was upstairs in the office, you know, but that is something that you got to be thinking. Would you be able to be locked up in 20 hours a day in the office 7 days a week for 5, 6 years, and then you can reap the benefits of the money? So everything is at its own. So what I'm saying is, a lot of times people, most of the time, people would love to have the richness of some people.
But don't want to make the sacrifice.
They would love it. So don't envy anybody. Do the best you can. Focus on the process. It all works out. So
Yep.
on count of three, middle class believe rich people are ruthless. Lower class believe rich people are generous. What do we think about? Are we going to classify ourselves rich person or middle class? On a count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Work
Rich
class,
person.
because I don't believe
Exactly.
rich people are ruthless.
And that's what's really great to decide when our thinking is believed to the rich class or the middle class, because we're working on becoming all class thinkers. Excellent.
Yeah.
Chapter 22, it says here, middle class has a lottery mentality, world class have an action mentality.
Yeah.
I love this chapter. What is Tunda for you there?
All right. In this chapter, when reading it, I wouldn't say that I have a lottery mentality. What I gather from it is that the action mentality speaks on how you want to, what you want to process, or you want to get to where you at. not thinking about. So basically, they're saying that middle class people think about winning the lottery to be rich, and the working class people think about how to make the money, what to do to acquire the money, to work for it. Basically, about work smart. So
Take action. Yes, correct.
right,
Says
what
here. Says here, the great one knows talk is cheap.
right,
Everybody's got all these ideas. And the only way to get wealthy is to take action.
right. So it's like I'm thinking to myself, it's like reading it, thinking about it is like, yeah, I have that in me, the action mentality. But sometimes we do have the action mentality, but we don't have the resources to get it. But we can work towards it. So reading this chapter is like it opened my eyes because going back to the previous chapter where it says, do what you enjoy doing to get where you want.
Yes, yes, yes.
So it has me thinking, reading it.
Yes, well, we just said it. We just said it a minute ago that you really have to focus on the process to getting there.
Right.
Take all your steps. Really focus on the desire, and when you do all the action steps that are necessary to get there, regardless how many obstacles you overcome, regardless of what, it always will reap the result.
Right.
You gotta focus on the process. Um, it says here, understanding the cause and effect relationship that it gives the clarity. So again, focus on the process, and it will be there. I always give this example. I know people working in restaurants and on service, they wait for the tips, and the people who focus on the process, do the work, and spend less time worrying about how much tip they receive, always make more money because they focus on the right thing.
Right.
Focus on the tip out, and it'll never be enough. Focus on the process, you always get more than the other people.
Yeah, it says it right here. It said, work class people they don't waste mental energy worrying or wondering about their ability to produce cash. They direct their concentration towards creative thinking.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That's awesome. Also, it says here, the middle class, they have all the desires they need,
Hmm.
but they lack the belief that they would wake their latent desire.
True.
It's again the limiting belief that when you grow up, limit, continuously you get no money, no money, no money on trees, no da 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 da. So to break the beliefs and go after what you want.
Hmm.
Excellent, excellent. Um,
Um,
what else in this chapter?
Ralph Waldo Emerson quote: "It requires a great deal of boldness and a great deal of caution to make a great fortune, and when you have it, it requires 10 times as much skill to keep it."
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah. Um, and also last couple sentences in this chapter. It says here, the rich aren't any smarter
Hmm.
than us. They are just more strategic.
Right.
So think about
True.
it. Like Dalai Lama said, everybody's the same. There's
Hmm.
over 8 billion of us. You know? It is what we do, what we think, how we can separate ourselves. All right. So what about some critical thinking question or some action steps?
On a scale of 1 to 7, 7 being strongest, how strong is your desire to be rich? 7.
All right. Good. All right. What about the action step?
To stoke your desire, create a written vision for what you want your life to look like 5 years from now.
All right. So let's take it as a homework. We need to keep working on these action steps so we can see the result of.
Yeah.
So we can see how we can reap the results
Hmm.
of our work here with how rich people think. All right, on a scale to on a count to three, middle class has military mentality, world class and an action mentality. Also, just to let you know, world class people do not purchase lottery tickets because they know the odds are truly against them. So ever
Hmm.
since I learned that,
I don't
I
know. I've
stopped.
never,
I stopped buying the.
really buy
So I
it.
stopped buying the lottery tickets. You know, we become what we think about, correct?
Mm,
So you want to be rich, do what rich people do.
exactly.
Start out plain and simple. I was gonna say last time I wanted to buy a lottery ticket. I said, I, I said, you know what? We had a great time today. Let's go buy lottery. I went to the store and the ticket counter was closed. You see how somebody's looking after me. All right.
I have a story to that part too.
Okay. Yeah.
I said to myself that I love playing bingo. So I said I'm going to buy the lottery bingo. And I bought it. I said anytime I lose, I'm going to stop. I bought it 4 times and won. And the fifth time I lost and I stopped.
Oh, excellent. Never again.
Never again.
Okay, good. Excellent. So on count of three, middle class or world class?
I would say world class for this
One,
one.
two, three, world class. Excellent, excellent. All right. Hobby plan coming up next week.
That's
Listen,
right.
I purchased 50 of these books right now, a few weeks ago. So anybody would like a book, please send us your information. I'll mail it to you. I'll bring it to you. I'll deliver it to you. I'm not gonna read it for you. You have to read it yourself. Or you can listen to us and learn about all the needed, most important information.
Right.
So anyway, this Easy Money podcast, One International Love is sponsored by the Beachfront Kitchen and Bar.
Yes.
So remember,
When you
when
eat
you eat
out,
out,
eat
eat
at
at
the
the
beachfront.
beachfront.
Ta
Ta-da!
da!